see. Either way, here comes the hit. Nothing is going to be the one just playing back. He's got to live as long as possible in CT spawner, and he had to run the gauntlet a little bit. They're going to pressure him. They're going to push right in. He's got no backup quite yet, and he doesn't even tuck into that cubby. Thankfully, they don't pursue it too far. But Cloud9, if they want to win this round, they are going to have to retake control of those stairs. So it's going to be a 5-on-5 retake. There's a smoke and a kit on Skadoodle. But Stewie leading the way at the moment, and no one from Heroic giving up any information, and it's wise because Glaive finds an easy kill. Stewie's looking the wrong way at the wrong time, and here comes nothing as well towards CT spawn. But Skadoodle, I mean, look how far he's got into the site before no one's even spotted him quite yet. So he's going to drop that smoke, but he can't get the kill. I think that just seals it right there.
Jeez.
4 very, very fast kills for Heroic on the T side pistol round. It's going to give him that 1-0 lead.
Told you, man, they got a sick T pistol.
I called it.
Yeah, but
You've done so good at calling the correct things on the wrong foundation.
Whatever you just said.
I like it. Why not? Okay,
but the bottom line is the pistol, right? And Heroic first map got one to both pistols. Cloud9 won both pistols on the second map, and here will they split it? I'm not sure, but either way, Heroic are kind of in their comfort zone, off to a strong start.
We'll have to see. I mean, the entire goal of Cloud9 in this round is to make the round become a little bit uncomfortable for Heroic. They have some of the weaponry to do it. It's all going to come down to some of this positioning. There's no more smokes on the Heroic side. They've used a decent amount of utility. They've smoked off ladder room as well, so that's going to give them a free and quick passage up catwalk. All of this is heard, of course, by Automatic, and he's going to pounce right now. And actually, Nothing's doing a great job of keeping Monkey. There's the Deagle coming in, 2 kills for him. I think even maybe tags Glaive a little bit, but this is going the way of Cloud9. They're starting to do it. They're turning it in their favor, and now it's firmly there. Maudie with just the MAC-10. They win the pistol round, but they're going to lose the second round. Shroud closes it out, and Cloud9 responds.
Wow, yeah, they respond. That shot from Skadoodle, just that little headshot peek. I mean, he did have armor to help him out with the AK. Wouldn't have to deal with aim punch at all, but hitting that first bullet, it's just kill after kill, and then the 1 to complement him.
Automatic, and this is where the actual tactic of Heroic backfires on them. Because they smoke out ladder room, they have no cause to clear it. And once they're occupied, once they don't get those initial kills quickly in the bombs, you can see all 3 members going up catwalk. No one was watching the flank, so Automatic just strolls out, finds himself 2. And that slows things down. That allows the rotations to come in. They don't feel pressured from catwalk at all. And it's just so many easy angles for Cloud9 to turn that in their favor.
Yeah. Huge amount of confidence now in the camp of Cloud9 to seal up the second round. Even better than winning a pistol is to eco the other team. So much better, and great chance to win this. The thing is, they actually picked up 2 AKs on top of that. Barely had to buy any guns for themselves. Get this free spray on a couple of players coming through connector. There's going to be one more 1A ramp as well. Cloud9 players haven't touched yet.
Yeah, this is a nice round. So they sustain. There's a good dink there at the end. Only losing nothing but 2-1 for Cloud9, and yeah, that's an investment. That's armor. That's upgraded pistols from the Heroic side. So that's going to hurt the economy a little bit. Now they're going to have to sit back and have a round with lesser weaponry. Yeah, lesser weaponry.
The main focus of this round will be how do we get a plant? How do we get the bomb down to supplement our income so that even when we do buy, we aren't going to be low and maybe can have the op option, or at least make Cloud9 adjust their setup to worry about our op, or our potential for an op.
Well,
not a single flash, nothing.
Yeah, I mean, this is I think no investment whatsoever. In fact, they didn't even upgrade any pistols. Everyone's just in the Glocks. They're just trying to make sure next round they have everything possible they could need. So Cloud9, this should be an easier round. The question for me, Stewie still has a MAC-10, so yeah, I was just gonna say, he's gonna get aggressive. He's gonna try and farm up some of that bonus money. He's just putting it to use. There's no real loss if he loses it. The biggest loss happens if he doesn't get any kills with it. So
yeah,
why not send him on that hunting mission? And there's the catwalk, and this actually might make Stewie salivate a little bit, knowing that there were players coming up catwalk. He knows the other attack is going to be in the B halls, and they line up for him. He gets 2 more with the MAC-10, so gains about $1,800 total on that MAC-10 in that round.
Yeah, 2,100 with the Tech 9 kill. That's a huge profit for him. That's going to cover the cost of MAC-10, help him save money on the following rifle, and I think because of the absolutely full save, not a single flash. the Heroic plan to or intend to buy here. And yeah, it would have affected them. I guess, you know, if they upgraded
someone would have been
50/50s,
missing a
that's
smoke. Someone, yeah,
exactly.
flashbang. So I mean, wise for them to at least get this buy. The thing is, with only mostly one flash in each player, with they still have 4 smokes left, but it's going to shrink the size of the playbook that they can call in this round, just because of the lack of that utility. Also, no AWP. Snappy, he's inside of this smoke, but there's mid pressure from Cloud9, and it's automatic enough to destroy everyone at top mid. There's a good response. But how much more do they want to pressure this? Because Shroud's on catwalk, and he at least makes sure that last trade out of Aldi is punished. So a 2-on-3 for Heroic as Cloud9 keep the advantage in the mid round.
A bit of a mystery as to where the players from Heroic are. Cloud9 also don't have line of sight on the bomb, and Heroic have to go back and grab it.
I mean, neither team really has any information until just now when Shroud finds that. So, I mean, you could see that's the reason Cloud9, look how centralized they are as well. One on catwalk, one, you know, over towards that window room. So even if there's that catwalk attack, you know, they can set up a crossfire pretty easily. And there's the off. Perfect position for Skadoodle and an easy kill on Amadi.
Yeah. Everyone playing rotator spots for information, so they're quick to the other side if they need to be, and if someone comes to their site, they don't end up dying as a solo man on and potentially forfeiting the plan.
Nicely done from Snappy. I mean, that's the kind of kill out aggression to the smoke that almost turns this back in their favor. If it weren't for Shroud being aggressive on catwalk like that could have been a different scenario. 3-on-3. But back onto just the pistols. And it's going to be Skadoodle, who's very central to the map with that AWP.
They seriously made CLG look like silvers on this map when they played them. And they got the start on CD side as well, so.
Yeah, this map Cloud9 vs CLG was a bit of a smackdown. We'll see if they can do something similar here. Shroud.
Ooh, can you see some clothing right there?
Madi might have spotted like a defuse kit or something, but he also baits out that off shot, jumping out of the window. Shroud gets a little bit surprised. This is actually dangerous. Yeah, Shroud has no idea he's gotten this far. Shroud's gonna fall. Madi making a hero play. He's got access to the B bomb site for his team. Skadoodle's just gotta hold it, and there it is. Clotheslines him as he tries to cross, but I mean that does its job. They get the plan.
Oh,
that
okay.
wasn't automatic.
Jeez. Jeez.
But yeah, a nice retake for Cloud9. But it did get a little bit dangerous there. If Skadoodle had fallen as well, that would have been a tough spot.
Yeah.
The plant is what they wanted, though, because now when you think about it, the bonus money on top of that plant is going to be pretty nice for the Heroic side.
It seemed like Shroud had a lot of faith in at first it seemed like he was unaware because Samadi got around the site, and maybe there was a little bit of that, but Skadoodle was kind of holding the right side of his site, so Shroud was like, let me focus on the rest of the B apps, and I know that my teammate is watching this. And there's a lot of confidence in that.
Well, it was obvious by the play that was made by Madi that he spotted like some kind of diffuse kit on the model, and Shroud didn't see him, because when he jumps out a window, Shroud's still looking at those upper tunnels, so that's why he didn't realize that Madi was actually rotating all the way around him. At least I think. My opinion, of course. Preface that one. But with the full gear, the full weapons on the Heroic side, they're taking this one a little bit more calculated. So they have a lot more tools at their disposal, so they can be patient. Cloud9, at least initially, not offering a whole lot up. This is obviously much different from the first gun round where we saw Cloud9 storming up mid, taking the fight to the terrorist team. This time it's going to be a bit more standard.
Cloud9 are really ready for a connector split. They have given up control of it, though, so it's still going to be difficult. Might come down to the first kill. Automatic is the man to get it.
Yeah, just playing with smokes. Automatic is it first, and there's nothing. 2 kills. Freeze misses that. Oh, and he's ready with the Tech 9. Gets punished. And Skadoodle with the cover. Yeah, this is a confident Cloud9. Those rotations are very... I mean, they're just so effective. And I mean, that kill by Automatic, very aware that smoke's going to clear, nothing playing with one of his own. This is so nice by him, realizing there could be more pressure. Here's those footsteps as well, and just pulls out the Tech 9. And Glaive thinks he's got himself a free kill, perhaps.
Yeah, definitely. They're making it really difficult to trade, doing such a great job helping each other. And it seems like it's almost effortless. Everybody just in the right place at the right time.
Molotov behind the bot. Look at Freeze has got the angle now as well on top of the boxes. So Skadoodle's got to be careful.
Looks like it fell short.
So, I mean, it's another thing. It's almost deceptive. It almost feels a lot like the way Astralis or the old the top Danish team used to play this map, where A lot of teams put so much emphasis on mid control, and Astralis was very content to let teams have mid control, but they would just stop you from going anywhere from there.
Yes.
They were like one of the few teams who could have like a passive mid control, and where they're like, all right, you have the most important part of the map, but you will get nowhere else.
Yeah, SK will do that too. They'll let you have connector, and then they'll just like flash retail.
It's a very, very tough way to play defense, but it's nice to have, you know, as an adjustment to that kind of mid aggression they busted out the first time. And Automatic, once again, toying with the smoke. If he just sees a little bit of something, and Snappy is not even aware, there's nothing again. Still in connector, and the entrances are not going the way of Heroic. So Stewie's still on the site. He's holding things off, and there's Automatic chiming in. Can't get one more, but it's all down to just Glaive. And again, Skadoodle on the rotate with the AWP comes over to clean things up. And now the question becomes, we've asked this on a couple different maps because the first halves have been so one-sided, is when is the timeout going to get called?
Yeah, there hasn't been a timeout called in the series from Heroic. They've never really had to, except for that last map. There was a clearly a good opportunity to do so. And maybe, no, it's not yet. I had a feeling they would have done it now. It probably would have been a good time to do it, though it seems like they're saving.
Yeah, I mean, well, this is also, yeah, maybe that is the reason. Maybe for the next gun round. I mean, this is, now they're going to be around a little bit. Yeah, there's Madi with a nice kill on his Shroud. He's trying to see what was happening on the monitors, but it's a good kill, and he's made some great plays towards this B bomb site on these rounds, and now Automatic missing that shot is actually a little bit scary. Ooh, Madi with another punishing shot. That's huge. Skadoodle on the site, he's all alone. They can wrap on him as well. He pulls out the pistol to protect himself, and Madi finally gets taken out, so maybe the danger is finally abating, but it's been a fake the whole time. It's all been a ruse, Launders. The bomb goes down at A. And is Cloud9 going to risk coming through? We call this a murder hole for a reason.
Yeah, through the loop we go.
And it looks like they don't even want to mess with it. Stewie is going to stay here just to wait patiently. And if Freeze tries to flank the flankers, he's going to get punished. But instead, the timing is going to be a little bit creative.
Yeah, Stewie's actually the only one with utility. Oh, now
well, they all have kits, which is nice. So nothing. That's going to be one kill now. Oh, there's a nice shot. That smoke doesn't cover the bomb, so now Stewie's got to do it, and thankfully he wins that fight.
I like how he shot off the sound there. Tried to pre-fire the peak on the connector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't work out. Cool idea.
Work out, yeah. It's the thought that counts, except
But still, I mean, that's another round with that deal that Madi makes something happen for his squad. But I mean, the real danger is look at this money on the Cloud9 side, 8-1. Before buying Automatic, he had something like 12K. Stewie's got over 10K. Skadoodle's got 12K of his own. I mean, there's just so much that Heroic has to burn through, and that's now the real danger.
That's a lot of Ubers. That's all I'm thinking about.
Well, just as a quick update, Freeze has taken out Automatic. But also in the other third map on the, I think it's the last quarterfinal we have to play. Echo Fox is up 11-4 at halftime over Complexity.
It's gonna be a tough hole to climb out of.
It's no 2-13. I guess that's saving
true.
grace. And then look at this, Cloud9 with the man down. They've got to take liberties elsewhere on the map, and they're doing so as we speak. So they're getting some information. They can move some players across the map accordingly. Skadoodle with the ult. Oh, and he misses that shot. That's not good, but the angle was tight enough that he can get away from it. Actually, here comes that hit into the B bomb site. Shroud's gonna be tough. Skadoodle misses the no scope in the air. Shroud's completely blind, so he can't help him out, but he's still alive, and he can't even get that kill. Oh, this has been so close for Cloud9, but it's gone the other way. And there's still hope. There's still a little bit of light here, as you know, the bomb site isn't entirely secure for Heroic. Now comes the next, and it's got to be Stewie. He gets the kill on the flank, and he once again just narrowly misses another kill. And Cloud9 has had a lot of opportunities to win this round from a 4-on-5, but
yeah,
nicely done from Heroic.
But it's kind of scary, right? Because it seems like every other round, all those opportunities just turn into frags.
Yeah.
Whereas like that round, there were still so many opportunities, they just barely missed them. And so not much has changed in terms of their positional play. It's not like Heroic have found a new way into the heads of Cloud9. They aren't causing the rotations the same way they want to. Everybody's there just in time, but everything was just a little bit off. And, you know, they can have that round. Cloud9 still have a lot to go for here. They've got a lot of money to spend.
Yeah, well, we just talked about the amount of money they have to burn. We're dipping into it a little bit, but it's back to the aggressive mid-control, and nothing holds the trigger down, stops it in its tracks. And that's tough. Heroic, they haven't even done damage to anyone from Cloud9, so surprising they've come out of nowhere. And what is the response here? Snappy trying to spam through to get a kill, but the real action is over towards the bomb site. Shroud knows there's one out. Hasn't gotten the kill, hasn't taken a shot. There is Snappy finally onto nothing. Stewie is still over there somewhere, but mean, the bomb site isn't safe, and Skittle's there with the AWP to drop one more. So it's now a 2-on-4, and the rotations are coming in. But Heroic still, despite the fact that they're at this bomb site, they haven't put a whole lot of pressure on it. Armadi just now, excuse me, is going to be putting pressure on nothing. There's a nice shot from Snappy, trying to round the corner. That's the bomb down as well. Snappy's got a big job to do, a minute, and he sees the leg slowly appearing and takes the shot, but it doesn't land. So Skadoodle on the rotate again. I mean, he has been so effective, not necessarily at stopping attacks at his position, but on rotates, he's been getting, you know, those critical kills to kind of end the round.
You know, there is no doubt that timeouts help. There's no doubt that timeouts help. Timeouts help all the time.
Is this tilting you right now?
We see this. No, it's not really tilting me because the timeouts haven't always been a thing. So I still kind of like, you know, I'll even forget about it sometimes. But
well, they've been around long enough in professional Counter-Strike to where this should be an idea. It's tilting me a little bit. I think there should. I think the only reason they're not right. See, there's only 4 rounds left in the half. I think the only reason they're maybe not is because they're still on another bye. But I mean, if you lose this, the half's basically over.
Yeah.
So you have to. I would have liked to have seen one timeout because they still have a chance here to get 4 or 5 rounds and make this doable going forward.
Yeah, like not taking a timeout is almost asserting that you know what to do, but what you're doing isn't working or something. And then your whole team agrees with that. But there's no way they're in a good place mentally, and that they really have a good idea of what
one thing that we can mention about this team, since we've drawn so many comparisons to when they were SK to their former lineups, is they were a team that was known for having a lot of in-game issues in terms of infighting, a lot of mental issues, and forgetting timeouts, yelling at each other during games. So maybe that's coming into play a little bit. That would be really unfortunate at a critical juncture in this event. But either way, maybe there's something to not taking a timeout because they have 2 of the entries. Skadoodle, he's up next, but he can't get into cover quick enough. Stewie's there, but good trades all around for Heroic. And the last man alive is Shroud. Smoke goes down, freezes, watching for any peek, and Shroud just narrowly stops out of it. Shoulder peek baits out the shot. He does get tagged down to 22, so it's looking tough. This last utility is spent, and good mobility by Freeze in this round as well. This is going to be so difficult for Shroud. Ooh, that's nice. That would have been so lovely to get that kill. Tags him in the head through the box, so he's only down towards 17, and he can't land that. That could have been doable from there if he gets that, if he turns that into a one-on-one. So Heroic, without the pause that we have talked about.
Begged them to take, yeah. Did they just win 2 in a row?
Yes.
That's massive. Yeah, and all without the pause.
All without the pause.
Okay, good for them.
Know?
They made it work.
They did make it work. Brute Force has worked out in their favor, but still they have one last buy to burn through. Cloud9, I mean, this is all that money that they built up through that 8-1 streak is now pretty much disappeared. And last time they were in a situation where they lost they lost a round, they did that mid aggression, or where they were almost lost a round. They did that mid aggression to catch them off guard. This time they're not doing it, so that's kind of been, they've won both rounds, they've done it, but I guess apparently they don't want to throw it at them too much.
I think SK are at their happiest when they give in to the will of what you'd expect from them on T side, and that's to let them have a certain amount of map control. I think Cloud9 getting in their face. It was a good thing. You obviously can't just do it every round because then it'll just get countered. Part of the way that the mid-control works, is by catching the terrorists off guard. But there wasn't even anyone at top mid to take advantage of. Here we have 2 people in the site, in B. Typically we have sound.
I hope to God our mics caught that.
I need to know whose voice that was.
Yeah, I do too, but we'll have to find out another time. Automatic, the opening shot onto Glaive. The hit is in for Heroic onto the speed bomb site. Shroud's had a tough time here, but Automatic, speaking of heroes, he's being one himself. He stops the plant. And this allows the rotate to come in. Automatic with 3 kills. He has an anchor, a rock, 4 kills for Automatic. A huge round from him, on the verge of having to save. He has brought Cloud9. He keeps them alive in this round and prevents them from having an eco whatsoever. Snappy's got such a big job to do, not a lot of time to do it in, and just highly unlikely.
What an absolute monstrous performance in that smoke. Getting a lot of critical kills. Also, that like stopping the plant, like that is a round disruptor right there, right?
Yeah.
If the bomb goes down but the guy dies, it's really different than killing him before he even plants.
And we all know the mentality of Snappy. You attack a bomb site and someone defends it and gets 4 kills. You say, nope, not giving you the ace. Yeah, I'm going to the other side of the map.
Yeah, some things don't change no matter how good you get. That is the pride and ego that goes along with giving somebody an ace.
Or just generally being a jerk.
Yeah.
Just be like, nah, nice round, but not for you. Yeah. Well, you might as well just say it now. Like,
a Moby.
Well, 10-3 now for Cloud9, and that's tough. 2 rounds in a row for Heroic, but I mean, they were costly rounds to win, as you can see, because despite winning 2 in a row and just losing 1, they didn't build enough money to have, you know, a great buy. They have a Galil and AK, 3 pistols, so they're a little bit disadvantaged into this round.
Standard mid-control setup with the bomb over towards B. The only tells that we have right now is the bomb is postured up in B apps. You can potentially go underpass. But all we can discern from this is that Heroic want to wait and get some info.
Yeah, and it's looked like they want to try and make this a two-pronged attack onto the bomb site. It's still not quite sure of how they want to get to there quite yet. That's going to help out a lot. Nice kill from Snappy. He's been so patient in mid, so many different rounds. Finally, it's paid off for him in these last couple. He's going to go right through that Molotov as well. I think Automatic under some pressure. He's the man that had the big last round. He's going to be able to do it again. The flashbang comes out, but he lets him up catwalk. He's going to have to. And there's Shroud. Yeah, he's going to get flanked out as well. So Shroud and Automatic, they do a little bit of work, but they're not able to hold it off entirely. Next up is Nothing with an op. And for some reason, I've casted Nothing with an A2P. That's a nice shot. I've done it so much. Oh, what? Nothing doing his best Skadoola impression. We've seen a lot of cosplay this weekend, but that one's been the best. And Snappy now in a 2-on-1. He cannot find the rest of the players, so Nothing with the A2P picked up does great work.
Good gravy.
Good gravy. I was about to say, I've casted Nothing a couple times with the A2P in the online matches that they've done, and it hasn't been impressive in any sense, and of course.
He's a land god.
Yeah. So much experience.
Damn, that was nice.
So, I mean, holding on by the skin of their teeth in these last couple of rounds, Automatic with a big one, Nothing saving grace there in a 2-on-3. So, I mean, this is huge now for Cloud9. This is going to be a big half. Heroic's already done better than they did on Train, but might not be enough. Mirage is looking like a very strong map for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is definitely, I think, the best that I've seen them play, and it's just consistent performances versus anybody so far. The last test of the night, or tomorrow, will be yet to be determined, and this map itself isn't even over. But it's looking very good for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is a dominant first half, and I mean this doesn't really speak to how good some of these rounds have been for Heroic. It's a little bit unfortunate because they have had some rounds that have come down to when they're in advantage situations, and it's just kind of that's when the stars for Cloud9 have shined. It could be a little bit closer to have another of those go the other way, and wasn't the last execute.
Uh-oh.
that's tough. The Molotov. Skadoola again in an awkward situation, can't get that flick. He's going to go for it. Oh, no scope. Can he get more? No, there's just too many Tech 9s running and gunning. There's Automatic, as has been his MO in this map. There for the save, finds 1 kill. Shroud comes in at an opportune moment as well, and it's a 1-on-3 again for Snappy. That toll booth is spammable, but maybe not when you spray it with that little of precision to it.
That far away, the damage fall off. All that stuff. Yeah,
and I mean now this is look at this triangle that Cloud9 has set up. That's a good Molotov.
Yeah, it works.
Should force him out.
Oh, he can just step back a little bit.
That's
I think.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, tough one to throw actually.
Well, I mean Europeans don't play baseball, so the throwing is not something they necessarily learn at a young age.
It's a great game, baseball.
No, it's not. Go Blue Jays. Snappy in this 1-on-3. Not a whole lot of options, and you can see he's just. I mean he's effectively ran himself out of time. Because he was trying, yeah, I mean, he was, no matter what, that round was over. He was past the plant spot, but he was trying to cause enough pressure towards Connector to get Automatic to bait. He wanted that kill so badly, so that he only had to fight like a one-sided attack from there on out, and it just never worked.
Did Skadoola give me that no-scope? No.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
No. Did he need it?
Oh, yeah.
But it's cool.
It is cool looking.
Why are you screaming? What just happened?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I do the screaming, okay?
That's our job. We need to get them mic'd up on the other side.
Like who is that, though? Is that
so, yeah, as you can assume, I don't know if our mics can pick up the shouting from the other teams, but Complexity is making a comeback. I would love to hear the score if you could tell me in my ear again. I heard some noise, but they are making a comeback, so obviously they're hyped up. They're getting a little bit of that old school. It is 13-10 now. It's still Echo Fox in the lead, but Complexity is inching it closer in the deciding map of that series. Heroic would love to have something to shout about in this
If this
match.
ends in a fist fight, Echo Fox win.
Well, yeah. Let's hope it doesn't get there.
One thing that they have going for them.
Well, and much like the Cloud9 pistol round, it's going to be a retake on the CT side. And look how aggressive C9 is being towards CT spawn. They're not just setting up a stack passively. They want to push forward, and Madi's going to turn the corner, and that's a surprise you don't like to see. There's a nice flashbang. How many times have we said this for Cloud9? Their flashes have been great. They're losing out on this. Actually, no, they're not. Damage was taken, but Shroud and Stewie with 2 kills of their own. This is looking like another pistol round for Cloud9. This is dirty. There is no avenue into this round for Heroic and Glaive. Sometimes the easiest kills are the hardest ones to get, and he just cannot land the shot on nothing. Thank God he finally gets it. That's a win in and of itself, and you can see him there. The aim is not going well. That Shroud now. So they do split the pistol rounds.
Whoever, oh, they yeah, they.
That is the one thing that we kind of forgot to mention is that, I mean, 3 rounds on your T side or on Mirage when you win the pistol round.
Yeah, when you win the pistol round. I hadn't even noticed up until you mentioned it. That is kind of nuts. That is kind of nuts. And the first time that's really happened, typically, it's what we see in the small sample size of maps that we have seen is that the team who won the pistol round also, for some reason, had a really great half.
Well, Freeze tries to get a little bit creative, but Cloud9 puts a stop to that. They spot him as he jumps across. Skadoodle, I mean, everyone just kind of watching for any aggression, and at the moment it seems like Heroic had an idea for some, but just that lack of Freeze being able to get to the other side kind of prevents it. And Cloud9, there's no reason to be aggressive on this. They're just going to take it so incredibly slow. On top of that, I mean, it's like we mentioned on the first map, is that Cloud9 knows that Heroic's in a situation where they probably need to just buy just because they need to close this gap quickly.
Yeah.
They need to get on a winning streak early on in this half because they just don't have long to play with. So they've gone for mostly rifles, which means they don't have like an SM. They have 1. But they don't have like, there's normally 2 or 3 that you can just send running around a corner that can be a little bit more frivolous with their movement just to avoid getting killed.
Just so even if they get killed, yeah.
Yeah, the rifles have to be a little bit more precise.
Sending Shroud in first obviously makes the most sense here. Snappy, though, going to have a friend in Shroud. And, oh, won't be able to farm it farther than that.
The Deagle rings true with the tag onto the body, and Automatic, I know you talked about him having the worst aim in Cloud9, but it's pretty solid at the moment.
It's mad solid, yeah. He's gotten so much better about it since in the last month or so, I think.
I think Nothing might assume that Glaive is stuck behind that Molotov. That gives a couple free shots over, but he misses them. That's a little bit of a bummer, and then Nothing cleans that up. Freeze is going to follow up that flank, and it looks like Complexity is still making that comeback.
Man.
Uh-oh. Comeback for Complexity, but just it's still dominance here for Cloud9.
It's still 13-11, 13...
I have no idea.
Oh, I thought you...
I just hear woos in my ear.
Gotcha.
Still 13-10.
Okay.
Still woos, of course. And the response. 14-10, excuse me. So, Madi, with the scout trying to spam through the smoke, just get a little bit lucky with the connection as they run by. That is Automatic again. This man has had so much impact. I don't know exactly how many kills he's had if it's a high volume, but it seems like it could be up there. Yeah, 19 for Skadoodle, 19 for Automatic, and it's not even the volume that's impressive. It's the amount of rounds that he's just saved. Some good, just single kills. But you think that round where he's basically all alone in B and he gets 4 kills to hold him off at the end of last half. I mean, he's just been an incredible player for Cloud9 in this series.
Yeah, there's so much value in staying alive. Having the ability to stay alive just means so much more for the future of the rounds. And some people will take the opportunity to find a frag. Automatic is much too prudent, and that's why he was picked up. I think he has a little bit of he's got a little bit of maturity, I think, for the game.
Yeah, and I mean Jordan mentioned he's just been a great tool for him to use. There's a Molotov out. Snappy gets 1 kill. There is a player inside that smoke, and they spam him down. They do check for it, and Snappy's got an awkward fight here. He's going to get wrapped upon, but he takes the danger. He goes to the side. Automatic's not expecting. Down to 10 HP.
Got a great flash.
Yeah, why not? More flashbangs. Freeze, the last one left, and he's got 4 to find. He's got a couple that are just 1 hit away from falling to the scout, but he's got to find them quickly, and I think he's just decided to bail out. Because this is going to put Cloud9 on map and series point. So having this scout, it would basically probably be the best weapon they'd have in the next round.
Maybe call a pause.
I think it's too late.
Got a lot of stuff.
I think they might have missed that. I think that's already gone past.
Hey, it's not over till it's over.
Train's left the station.
This isn't a MOBA. Okay, it's not over till it's over. It is really cool how the economy is the only thing that rolls over, but the rounds reset. So it really isn't ever over till it's over. There's never, 20 minutes before the game's over. There's no way you can come back from it.
Well.
Yeah.
You say that.
As someone who, yeah, on paper. On paper.
Well, Cloud9 is now 15-3. They can taste those grand finals. Coming into this as favorites, they got tested on Overpass, almost making that comeback. It seemed like they started this series out a little bit sluggish at that first map. On top of that, it just seemed like Heroic was at a crazy level in terms of their aims, their entry ability, their entry ability. But here they've been stumped in these past 2 maps with really, really bad first halves. So now they have to make a comeback of their own. It would be a legendary comeback after proportions, and there's a good start. Madi with a gap in the smoke, he finds one, Shroud tags him a little bit through it, and he's spraying through, and Madi goes right through behind him. He finds Skadoodle, can he get Shroud?
Whoa,
he does!
damn.
What a play from Madi, doing his best to stay in this match, even for just a moment if that's all it is. Automatic, he finds 1 kill in a 1-on-4. We just had a good conversation about Automatic. He got 1 more, but I mean, he's got to reload. If he had 100 bullets in that gun, though, I still think that might have been too tall of a task.
Yeah, probably.
But I mean, well, showing some good things.
Yeah, that was really cool. Run right into the face of Skadoodle, turn around.
3 bullets
pop,
as
pop.
well
Yeah.
when he finds that last kill on a Shroud. So nicely done.
And disappears to the smoke of the night. Really well played. But
I hear no more woos. That series ended.
what does that mean, though?
The implications are 14-11 now. Keep track of both of you guys.
What a caster.
I know. Well, we wouldn't want to have people open 2 tabs in a browser. That's just a lot of work.
That's true.
Oh, look at this. A little bit of a one-way, and Automatic falls prey to it. So that's pretty clever, but the return, he almost falls right back at him. 15 HP. But a good flashbang holds him off eventually. That might have been too much. That's a little bit over-aggressive, and Cloud9 with over a minute, they could choose to fall back still. But Madi has killed Stewie as he tries to lurk up connector, so there's really no map control back towards the A bomb site for Cloud9, so they're just going to press forward. They have to win a lot of battles here. I don't think they're aware of Snappy and Freeze with the ult, and this might spell it. Cloud9 gets 1, though. Or nothing, excuse me. Well, it is Cloud9 as well. So it's Catwalk. Madi takes that peek, and nothing is down at 9 HP. Fortunately, the next closest player is Freeze, who has an AWP, and this is...
Oh.
That is so ballsy just to stick that plant when he just takes that fight at Catwalk, but I mean, it's a gamble that pays off for him.
Yeah, no, I actually love that. I mean, you've got to take a gamble in 1v2. He's planning for the future of the round, whatever he wanted to do. I'm kind of curious where he wanted to go with that. How do these guys have information that we...
I'm pretty confident they're just hearing the woos.
Oh, okay, so you can hear I can't
before
even hear
we hear them.
Gotcha.
No, don't apologize.
Oh, I'm with it. I'm with
yeah,
it.
let's get rowdy. 15-11 is what's going on as well.
For who?
Echo Fox.
Echo Fox.
Well, Cloud9, one of the rare times we've had to see him on pistols in this map. I think really we've only seen it like 3 times. The 2 pistol rounds and then the 1 second round of the first half that they won. So, advantage for Heroic here as they try and mount this comeback, or at least, I mean, you can't even really make it respectable at this point. You just have to flat out, and again, 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Twice he's done this. And Automatic now knows, and he does fall again. So same exact situation that goes on.
Using a little bit too much ammo, hanging out a little, overstaying his welcome in that situation, and to get away with it the first time.
Nice flashes.
Nice, great
nice
flashes
again, but they don't capitalize on it this time. One of the rare times. But oh, look at this play from Automatic. He just says no to the B bomb site, and that's a good kill. It's a good bait. It turns into a beautiful switch, and they're going to play it at the A bomb site. It's now a 3-on-3, and pretty equal in health, and even an M4 salvage on Stewie, which is probably the last one you want to be able to salvage a weapon. There's Freeze onto Skadoodle. That's a good find. Glaive is brought incredibly low as well, so there's some cleanup duty for Cloud9. The shoulder peek comes out. Both low HP players coming from CT spawn, and Stewie, he's going to get the first one, but he's not ready for the second. That's a nice shot at Freeze. He ends the danger.
NT. I was going to say, I was wondering why Automatic just hightailed it
yeah. Well, it was going to be a fake the whole time,
yeah.
but it was just kind of cool the way that worked out. It would have been nice if they stuck around at least to kill the blind player.
Yeah, I think there's no reason for him to stick to the plan that hard.
He took like 3 or 4 bullets, and he was like, no, I'm bailing out.
Yeah.
Blind kill, it's too easy.
Too easy. It's not fair.
But, I mean, the cool thing is he goes up Catwalk, and it's actually the player in A who's taking shots at him, and that's when Stewie gets that kill to open up the site. So, layered tactics, like an onion. It does sound like there's like a wave being formed right now.
Yeah.
Well, Shroud coming through underpass. And mid control right now for the Heroic side of things. Oh, that's...
Damn.
All right, so Snappy's got some tricks as well. And this is... I mean, you think back to the last couple of rounds, it's been Valdi with that one way in the B halls, and now Snappy jumping up and looking over a smoke. So while they don't seem to be winning the straight-up duels that frequently, they're finding creative ways to at least give themselves a chance in these rounds, give them an advantage in the rounds.
Yeah, they're showing that they really do have stuff to work with on CT side. And for whatever reason, their T side failed. I mean, it's not like they didn't have a course of action on that side either, but whatever they're doing now is working. And gimmicks are really important, right? Having a way to open up the round, considering the stats where you look at when a team wins, gets an opening kill, they win 80% of the time, 70 to 80% on average. That means that gimmicks are worth their weight in gold. If you find a way to catch someone off guard, Madi on that smoke that he was using on lower ramp on train, that worked on the last team they played on Optic.
Here come the Molotovs and the flashes for a B. The counter flashes are better, and Shroud's brought down to 19. They still haven't made their way out. I think Shroud, he doesn't want to be the one to entry. Stewie, that's a kill he desperately needed to grab, and that might end it, although the mouse wheel, I think, made that jump, and they don't realize that Glave's so incredibly close to the site, but good find from nothing. They bait him out with a fake plant. Wise from Skidoodle into a 2-on-2 for the map. Cloud9, they can do this, as both players from Heroic have got to find a way to get back into this site. They have kits. They have one on Freeze and an AWP. So the peaks from Cloud9 are going to be tough. And there's a good find from Madi. Now it's just Skidoodle inside the site. And he's still just holding his ground. He hasn't moved anywhere. There's a good kill, but he doesn't realize there's one behind him jumping.
Geez. A part of me felt like...
I would have just taken off the headphones and just left.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I could just enjoy the replay package. We go vape. This is what we do.
Well, I mean that one from Stewie, he's gotta be kicking himself for that one. But he doesn't get that kill either way. Skidoodle almost pulls off the 1-on-2. So Heroic are making this comeback. So they're starting to. Now I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked about Cloud9. At what point are Heroic actually back in this map?
I don't.
Is it like now? Is it when it gets to 10?
I'd say. Well, yeah. I guess it's fair to say. Yeah, I think it's when it's like. Also, wow, damn.
That's not even a gimmick. That's just some good old-fashioned luck. Yeah. But it does the same thing.
I'll say when it's at 10.
When it's at 10?
Yeah. I mean, it's 5 rounds, and if they have to be on a buy safe situation, right? So there's no way that they're going to be like having a tough round. Ooh. We'll see.
Well, to put it into context, it would be a 12-round run for Heroic if they want to force overtime in this match. They were at 3 to 15.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fitting.
That's great.
Yeah. So, how is this man making a comeback?
This man's professional.
I mean, here's the tough part. That's actually a pretty important death, because they're running out of money. So
yeah,
I mean, any kill that Cloud9 gets is costly.
I mean, the fact that they have a FAMAS and they have to win 7 more rounds.
Yeah, that's
not a good sign. They don't even have head armor on Glaive or Freeze.
Well, it's 15-8 here as this B rush comes in, and there's going to be the Molotov drop. So Valdi falling back. He's had a lot of pressure put on. This has been more so than other Mirage matches. We've seen a lot of action towards the B site, and actually they don't handle the pistol. Yeah, that is the bomb. A little bit of a mistake from Automatic, who's had a fantastic match up until this point. And Heroic have recovered. It looked a little bit dicey to begin with, and they would love to get out of this round with all 5 players alive. It's just Shroud. There's one. You can't get the second, but...
Dude, you were so nice. That was an awful mistake. That was a huge mistake. A little bit of mistake, Moses says. That was a huge mistake. They could have got the plant. And, yeah, they had the site. They had a player whiff 17 or 18 of his 20 bullets.
Listen.
And, why are you so nice, Moses?
Mistakes. I mean, yeah, it is a big mistake. It is big. But, I mean, yeah, they have the full losing bonus, though. Yeah. So, I mean, it's in terms of, like, preventing a buy, it's not going to do it. But we do have a pause from Cloud9. So we were looking for one for Heroic this entire time, but it's going to be Cloud9 who says we're losing a little bit of control here.
You know, what's interesting about that is a pause for you is a pause for the other team as well. Everyone gets to talk. So.
You're a philosophizer. It's really well done. I did just get word. It could have changed, but just right before that, there was a rush that round, so Cloud9 wasn't helping me whatsoever. But it is 15-14 now for Ecto.
Damn.
The comeback is real.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Both these maps having a bit of a comeback. So Cloud9 feeling the heat a little bit here as it comes down to the home stretch. They haven't been able to close it out. It was 12-3 at half, and then the pistol round 1. It was 15-3. Coming into these gun rounds, and it's been all Heroic from there. It's been 6 straight. And if they get 6 more in a row, then all of a sudden they've done it. They've forced overtime. So Cloud9's got to be careful. Out of this pause, though, we've seen the impact these pauses can have in terms of just and all they need is 1 round. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah, I don't think they used the whole pause. So maybe it was purely, I don't think they really need to relax. I still feel very confident in Cloud9's ability, but they are getting these kills.
Well, I mean,
He did it again?
Yeah, he did the same move again, and Shroud actually pre-fires it, and he still wins it.
Oh, geez. And okay, he has 18 HP.
Yeah. Well, I mean, every time he's done that before, he's gotten a kill and not been able to fall back or gone for an extra fight and loses it through the smoke. Well, this time he just gets away. So, improvement for Heroic.
Yeah, improvement, and it's he hasn't lost the round. They haven't lost a round when he's done it, even though he's died.
All right, 15 all. The comeback is real for Complexity. Heroic trying to, for once, a European team is trying to repeat performance of a North American team.
And 4 players pushing up into the site. Valda is still here. I mean, it's still technically the weaker site to go to, though. Snappy.
Oh, what? Oh, the spin from Automatic, a huge kill. Freeze is still here, though, and so is Valdi. Can he get more? He is biding his time. Freeze has stayed alive this whole time. That Molotov is going to do it, though. So is the AK from Nothing, but there's the plant. Not anymore. There's an execution. And didn't even realize, I think Nothing's got to know where he is, and there's the kill. It's a 2-on-2 now. But this is bot time for the rotation to come in, and Skadoodle with this up. He's going to stay perched up. And he's got a good idea of what's coming. The game sense from Skadoodle is very strong. With little time, under 10 seconds, the bomb does get planted, and Skadoodle, he's wise to it, and Madi's got to be furious. Now into a 1-on-2. Glaive has got to win this, but Nothing and Skadoodle still holding strong. Just waiting for the peak, and there's 1 kill from Glaive, and a 1 shot, and 1 tap from Nothing will end it.
Damn, they do it. Cloud9 move on to the finals. And honestly, this is like their best chance to win. This would be their 2nd tournament win ever if they win this, and they have a really good chance to do it. Like as Cloud9, I believe, right? Wasn't it the iBuy Power LAN was the first actual LAN that they had won?
Yeah, I guess it would be.
Because they were playing a lot of internet. I mean, they were playing every
That's
single LAN.
That's pretty crazy to think about. That's actually kind of depressing to think about. I don't want to.